When hope is gone, undo this lock and send me forth on a moonlit walk. Release restraint level 0. Hey kids, wanna see a dead body?
Hi guys, this is the Void of the Ravenclaw. Welcome back to another fanfiction story. If you like this type of content, smash the like button and subscribe for future videos and updates that I do post on my community tab frequently. If you want access to my early content, check out my Discord. This is the Sith of Gotham City, Chapter 1, Sith Acolyte, Part 11. Now let's continue where we last left off in our story. Elijah immediately got into his lightsaber stance. The moment the three new zombie Jedi made themselves known, as all three of them charge at Elijah in 3 different directions. As the zombie Jedi Knight charged forward as well, Elijah immediately started to block each lightsaber swing coming from all of the 3 of the Jedi zombies. Elijah instantly blocked a powerful strike from the zombie Jedi Knight. Elijah continued to block every attempt from all 4 of the zombie Jedi. Elijah blocked another strike as he was sent skidding backwards from the impact of the strike. One after another, Elijah was forced to block lightsaber swings coming in all directions from all 4 of the undead opponents. Elijah's eyes are scanning all over. He's having a hard time keeping track of the 4 Jedi. Elijah is finding it difficult to keep track of all 4 of them. 4 of the Jedi locations, which, when each Jedi have the capabilities to move faster than his eye can keep up with. It seems like the longer he fights the zombies, the more stronger they tend to get. As Elijah managed to block another sweep, only for him to get sent skidding backwards, Elijah has already got tired of this. The moment he was sent skidding backwards, he slammed his lightsaber into the ground, stopping his momentum. Then he immediately charged forward. Elijah suddenly disappeared. The moment Elijah cloaked himself in the side of the dark side, the zombies couldn't sense or see him, as they're looking frantic around, looking for their prey, only for a burst of black force lightning came raining down upon them from above. Elijah shot off his force lightning from his fingertips and allowed gravity to do his work, while in midair, descending down upon one of the zombie Jedi, Elijah managed to land a killing blow, killing one of the zombie Jedi by chopping him in half, then immediately used a force crush on both pieces of the Jedi's body. Once the opponent was crushed, with one of the zombie Jedi dead, there's only 3 zombies remaining. The original zombie he was fighting, and the 2 remaining normal zombie Jedis. Elijah briefly looked towards the troopers. They're still trying to splice through the door. Elijah didn't think force kill would work. That's the only reason why he hasn't tried it yet. He can't afford to use a force kill If he's not completely certain it will work, it'll just be waste of energy on his part. There's no point in trying to use a technique that has a possibility of failing, killing the zombie. So he chose to hold up on that technique for now, or that force ability. He can't waste the energy. He might have killed one of the Jedi zombies, but there is still 3 remaining. The original zombie Jedi he was fighting. The original zombie he was fighting is the main problem. They were about to continue as everyone in the lobby could hear a ship arriving at the Republic dreadnought, as a Republic battleship just arrived as it flew past the viewing window where Elijah is at, as he sees the vessel. As the Republic vessel proceeded to begin to dock with the dreadnought, Elijah went to turn his head towards the zombies, and when he did, there was no trace of them. They just vanished. He used the Force to sense if they were hiding, but he sensed nothing. The new arrivals most likely got their attention, so he immediately made his way towards the unit, or the Imperial troopers. So they figured the Republic would arrive first. That's probably the only reason why the zombie Jedi left. You did good, by the way. You good? I'm fine for now. I won't be able to fight a battle like that again for a while. Don't worry, hopefully we don't get in that sort of situation again. Looks like a door is finally open. Elijah followed them through the door. The Republic battleship began to dock, preparing. Once the Republic battleship docked and pressurized the hatch, a singular Jedi Knight took charge, as he has a full unit of Republic troopers following right behind him. Once they exit the ship into the Republic dreadnought, they immediately notice the power was off. As River activated his weapon, as his blue lightsaber come to life, as Republic troopers use the flashlights that's on top of their blasters to use for light. Alright, troopers, we're here to investigate why this specific dreadnought went dark. First goal on the agenda is to get power to the ship. As the Republic troopers follow the Jedi's order, River has a bad feeling about this place. He has a job to do to save any survivors, then finding out what exactly happened on this vessel. He knows this dreadnought was supposed to assign to go into uncharted space to see if they could find any possible new allies to join the Republic. But to go completely dark, not even responding to communication, missing their annual checkup with command. That's why the Republics, the higher ups, sent him. But to go completely dark, not even responding to communications, missing an annual checkup, this all seems odd to him. River, straight up from the start, from the mission briefing, he clearly knows there's missing pieces that he's not being told or don't know. He can't really think upon that right now. He has a job to do. Everyone stop. I feel a disturbance in the Force. We're not alone. As several shadow figures in the dark could be spotted running by, past them in the Republic troopers, making the Republic troopers nervous as they get their weapons ready to fire. River used the blue light of his lightsaber to illuminate his path, taking the lead while his unit under his command follow his path or follow his lead basically. Several Republic zombies came rushing out of the dark. River acted fast as he force-pushed the zombie away, while the rest of the normal Republic troopers opened fire, only for the Republic zombie to get back up, making the Republic troopers to shoot the zombie again. As more Republic zombies came rushing forward, River came rushing in and decapitating one of the zombies. Even with the zombie's head off his body, his mouth is trying to move, still trying to bite River. River plunged his blue lightsaber into the skull of the zombie, killing the zombie as the body of the zombie stopped moving finally. Squad leader Yuri took off her helmet. That's definitely one of ours, sir. At least he was one of us. What the hell happened to him? Looked like his skin was peeling off his skin. What sort of madness is this, sir? I don't know, squad leader, but I tend to find out. Make sure your squad is ready to move out. We're sitting ducks standing out here, like this. Copy that, Jedi, sir. Get a sample of the black blood. Be careful, don't touch it with your hands. Copy that, sir. Azir begins to collect a sample of the weird-looking black ooze, blood, that seems to move on its own, like it's alive. Once the sample was collected, they instantly moved forward in a tight formation. Another zombie came rushing out of the darkness, rushing towards them. But the troopers easily took care of them by blasting them in the head. Once the brain was completely destroyed, the zombie instantly stopped moving. So the Jedi and the troopers started to target the heads, noticing that's the only weakness they seem to have so far when it comes to the infected crew of the Dreadnought. Meanwhile, Elijah and Quill and the rest of the Imperials managed to arrive at the turbo lift after some minor trouble with a few Republic zombies. They rode the turbo lift to the next level of the Dreadnought. Once they got off the turbo lift, they proceeded to walk down the narrow hallway. Elijah noticed the power is still on this level, at least for the doors. The lights are still off, making the long hallway to be pitch black. Only light that can be seen is from his red lightsaber and the flashlights that's attached to the troopers' weapons. He didn't bother deactivating his lightsaber, just in case they get attacked. As he used the red light to guide his path, in his opposite hand he has his heavily modded black blaster pistol in his opposite hand, while Quill remained silent, using his hands for hand signs to order his men forward. Quill and Elijah caught it at the same time. Everyone get down, as Quill yells. Incoming zombie with a blaster cannon. Immediately, the Republic zombie trooper noticed Elijah and the rest of the group, it immediately opened fire upon them, firing the energy minigun that's classified as a blaster cannon. Once the zombie opened fire upon them, Elijah used the Force to protect the Imperial troopers by redirecting the blaster bolts away. The ones he couldn't move away with the Force, he redirected it with his lightsaber. Eventually, Elijah was forced to stop all of the energy bolts in midair as he redirected them right back at the zombie, as the zombie was mown down by his own attack, giving the rest of the Imperial troopers enough time to capitalize and gun down the zombie, who is slowly getting up. Elijah at this point is extremely exhausted, but he's pushing through it. Quill motioned everyone to stop. The zombie was taken care of, as Quill walked up to the zombie and shot it a couple times in the head, making sure it's dead. As Quill motioned everyone to move forward, as they finally arrived right outside the large metal door of the engine room, Quill motioned with his fingers, or hand gestures, for the splicer of their unit to begin splicing through the door. And the trooper did that very same thing, or that exact thing, by trying to splice through the door. While the rest of the team was put on edge as they heard something dragging across the ground. One of the troopers' flashlights flashed. The trooper flashed his flashlight that was attached to his blaster towards the pitch black halls, only to see a very bulky and large, very much dead Republic trooper walking towards them, dragging a two-handed sword. Once the zombie was completely visible to the Imperial troopers, they immediately opened fire, including Quill and Elijah, as he's using his black blaster pistol to do so. And he activated his lightsaber with his other hand, just in case when the zombie gets in striking range. The zombie lifted up the double-handed sword and charged forward, just bulldozing right through the Imperial trooper energy bolts from their weapons. It immediately went to swing downwards when one of the troopers got too close for comfort. Elijah immediately stepped in front of the trooper and blocked the swing with his active red-bladed lightsaber. When the two weapons collided with each other, Elijah pushed the zombie away as he was sent skidding backwards as his long, enlarged sword dragged across the ground, making sparks. You good trooper? Thank you, sir. Elijah will be just fine, as Elijah kept a close eye on the zombie. I have no official rank yet. I'm only an acolyte. I doubt that will stay the same for long, sir. Thanks for the save. I owe you one. Sure thing, trooper. Get ready. The zombie is about to charge again. What is that zombie holding? Oh shit. Quill yelled out, "Live grenade." As the zombie tossed a live grenade, Elijah immediately threw the live grenade right back at the zombie using the Force. When the grenade got close to the zombie head, who was still wearing a Republic helmet, that's when Elijah shot the grenade with a single shot from his blaster, as the grenade immediately went off in the zombie's face. When the grenade went off, the zombie was sent flying backwards. The zombie trooper helmet absorbed most of the damage, leaving the zombie's face partially damaged and burned. The zombie only growled and yelled as it began to run forward. Elijah rushed forward, using the force to increase his speed. To cut the distance, Elijah had to duck under a large swing from the large sword. Then immediately Elijah went into a spin, and immediately afterwards that, at the end of the spin, he performed a upward slash with his lightsaber, cutting the zombie in half from the bottom up, as the two pieces of the zombie begin to fall to the ground, dead. When the zombie was finally killed, the door to the engine room finally opened up as everyone moved slowly inside. Quill motioned his squad to secure the engine room as they immediately begin to search the entire engine room, using their flashlights that's on top of their blasters for light. Commander Quill, the room is secured. Good work, soldier. Start working on getting the power back. At least for this room. We should be able to access the power grid from here. Copy that, sir. Elijah remained on standby with his weapon ready. Elijah kept a lookout on the troopers in the corner of his eye to make sure nothing sneak up upon them while they're trying to get power back to this room and in the ship. Suddenly the lights in the engine room flicker on, partially blinding Elijah and everyone else in the room. After a few seconds, once Elijah got his vision back under control from the sudden brightness of the lights of the room, he begins to look around the engine room, seeing a lot of equipment damage. As he examined several of the machines, as he recognized the damage, these weren't done by normal weapons. This was done by a lightsaber. Someone intentionally damaged the engine room to cut power. As he looked at the far end of the room, where he sees where the humongous hyperdrive engine is being kept, only thing separating everyone from the hyperdrive from the engine room is a thick glass separating the hyperdrive from the engine room. There's a slight door to get through there, but it's heavily locked and fortified with security. So what's the verdict? My troopers can definitely fix it. We just return power to this room, and getting power to this floor fully shouldn't take too much time. It won't be long before we get full power to the dreadnought. I'll stand guard in the meantime. Let me know if we have any problems. Will do, Commander Quill. Suddenly, Elijah felt the light side of the force slowly approaching towards their location. Quill, we might have some company. Zombies? No. A Jedi. Most likely have several Republic troopers with them. How are you going to play this, Commander? Wait, you're not going to demand to fight the Jedi? Why would I do something like that? I have no personal grudge with any Jedi. If he attacks, then I'll fight him, but I will not engage in combat with the Jedi while we're in a dreadnought infested with Republic troopers that would very much like to rip the meat off of our bones. There's far more bigger issues than some ancient vendetta between Sith and Jedi. You're definitely very odd for an acolyte. Kind of wish more of your fellow acolytes and Sith followed your example. I've seen many operations be completely compromised because of his Sith wanted to engage in a Jedi fight, because of his ego, pride, and eagerness for blood. I don't know about the other acolytes. I'm no fool. I will not succumb to the simple belief that I have to kill Jedi wherever I see them. If it's on the battlefield, I'll strike them down without no mercy. But if I don't see any benefit, there's no point in engaging a Jedi or any of the Republic troopers after all. We're still at peace. A shaky peace at that, Elijah. But you're right. May be so, Commander Quill, but a peace treaty is still a peace treaty and is still active, and I don't plan to jeopardize that. Not unless I'm ordered to. They're here. Once the large metal doors opened up, the moment the Republic troopers saw the Imperial troopers, they slowly walked into the room with their blasters aimed ready to fire, while the Jedi calmly motioned his troopers to stand down. Let's not cause conflict if we could avoid it. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm River, Jedi Knight. May I ask what is a bunch of Imperials doing on a Republic dreadnought? I can't really tell you that. It's classified. I hope you do understand, Jedi. Very well. For now. What about you, Sith? I was expecting you to outright attack me once you saw me. My order and yours don't really get along so nicely. Worry not, Jedi. I have no interest in attacking you. At least, not yet. So there's no confusion, Jedi. I'm not a Sith yet. I'm just an acolyte. My apologies. It's hard to tell the difference between an acolyte robe and from a full-blown Sith robe. But it seems like we have the same idea. Great minds think alike, and all that. But I'm still a bit curious why you're here. I can't talk on behalf of the Imperial troopers. But why I'm here, I only came across this Republic dreadnought by complete chance. I find that hard to believe. Believe what you want, Jedi. I was simply curious. It was a good thing. I did. Have you seen them? Yes, the infected Republic troopers. We've come across a couple of them. We had to put them down. Many of my troopers believe that the Empire had something to do with this. I'm also suspicious myself. I take offense to that. Yes, the Empire has done a lot of terrible things, but I don't believe the Empire would willingly release a virus that can reanimate the dead, turning them to mindless killing machines. These things are too dangerous. They need to be eradicated. We can't allow this disease or virus, or whatever this is, to spread on any of the core worlds. This is not about the Republic or the Empire. This is about survival. We can't allow this to continue. I agree with Commander Quill completely. I can't believe I'm actually agreeing with a Imperial and a Sith acolyte, but I would have to agree with you on this. I'm uncertain if the crew can even be saved. You felt it, didn't you, Jedi? Yes, the crew of the ship. They're all dead. The best thing we can do for them is to put them out of their misery. I know there's a lot of mistrust between the Empire and the Republic, especially between our two orders. that I belong, well, the Sith Order that I belong to might not have the best track record when it comes to encountering Jedi, but I would like us to put our differences between our separate orders to the side and work together to figure out what exactly going on and eradicate this plague before it spreads. I never thought I would hear this coming from a soon-to-be Sith, but I do sense no lies in your words, no deceit, no manipulation. You're being honest. I don't trust you or any of the Imperials here, but we do have a common interest and a common goal. Very well. I agree, we will cooperate in this. After all, we're in the same boat. No reason to cause conflict when it can be avoided. Good. I should probably warn you. Warn me about what? As the door was beginning to heat up from a lightsaber trying to pierce it, the troopers weren't the only ones affected. Several Jedi that were posted on this dreadnought has already been zombified. As the door was cut through by one of the zombie Jedi. Well, that's definitely troubling. Alright, troopers. Help the Imperial troopers to get the power back on. Me and the Sith acolyte will deal with our new friend. River reactivated his blue lightsaber. Shall we get started? Elijah activated his red lightsaber. I thought you would never ask, Jedi. I didn't know acolytes get their lightsaber when they're so young. They don't. This is not my lightsaber. I haven't constructed my first one yet. This is just a trophy on one of my victories. Now let's get our head in the game. I got it. Let's take him together. I'll follow your lead, Jedi. River was clearly surprised how much this acolyte is willing to cooperate with him, but he had to put that on the hold as a zombie Jedi approach and begin to charge forward, forcing River to engage in saber combat with the zombie Jedi. Alongside was Elijah. Elijah let the Jedi Knight take the lead while Elijah backed up the Jedi. When the Jedi was completely shocked by the increased strength of the zombie, Elijah blocked the incoming saber strike, saving the Jedi's life from being cut in half. The Jedi immediately acted and began to counterattack, forcing the zombie to stop attacking Elijah and start blocking the lightsaber swings coming from the Jedi Knight. As Acolyte and Jedi Knight work together in sequence, one attacks while the other blocks, and vice versa, covering each other. When Elijah was open for attack from the zombie, River would block the strike with his lightsaber, allowing Elijah to get out of harm's way as he re-engaged with the zombie, as the Jedi Knight and Acolyte cut both of the zombie's arms off of his body, then immediately put the zombie out of his misery by plunging their lightsabers at the same time through its brain with their lightsabers, killing the zombie. More zombies came into the engine room as they were forced to engage in combat. Meanwhile, the other troopers that are not busy working on trying to get the power back on to the dreadnought begin to barricade the main entry way to the engine room, trying to seal it up. Once the engine room was completely sealed off, Everyone who is currently not working on the power problem was given a bit of a rest time. Elijah is leaning against the wall. We were clearly greatly misinformed of the situation. What sort of madness is this? I don't know. Did you feel it? It was hard not to miss. Whatever happened to these Republic soldiers and Jedi, whatever this virus, if it's even a virus, is definitely connected to the dark side. I could clearly sense it when we were fighting that zombie Jedi. That's what got me concerned. Either the Sith and the Dark Council knows of this, or we got ourselves a rogue Sith on our hands. Both options sounds equally terrible in my eyes. I would have to agree. What I've learned so far, whatever this is, apparently the virus didn't get noticed until after this Republic dreadnought made contact with a Imperial dreadnought that was drifted into in-charter space adrift. Thank you for this information. I was unaware of that. Where did you hear this from, by the way? From one of our associates from the Empire, who is currently making her way towards the bridge for some more information. In location of the Imperial Dreadnought, it needs to be destroyed alongside with this one. Do you have a ship? I have my ship. It's docked with the Dreadnought. I didn't see your ship when I was docking mine. Mine's a stealth ship, after all. It's only natural you want to be able to see it. It's currently invisible. My vessel has plenty of firepower to take out this dreadnought, and with your ship alongside mine, we most definitely have enough firepower to take out this entire ship once we have the information we need. I don't know how this virus or disease is spreading. We might be already affected. Agreed. We need to make sure. We need to make sure if we're affected or not before we leave this ship. I hate to admit it, but I agree with the Jedi. If there's a slight chance we're infected, we need to be guaranteed that we're clean. We'll just have to wait until we reunite with Agent Bex. We're going to stop it there. I'll catch you guys in the next part.